Welcome back, everybody, to some more Simpsons Hit and Run.
Look at me, I'm flying!
You sure are, little Lisa. Last episode, we went through all of the level 3 missions that are pertinent to the story. And we're going to go through all of the extra bits and pieces this time around. And we're going to start, as we tend to, with some racing.
Millhouse, are you working here?
That's not so bad. I get a green cookie on St. Patrick's Day. It comes out of my paycheck.
That's so tragic. I guess everything in this game is racing when we think about it, but we mean the official races. So we're going to start off with the time trial with Millhouse.
Oh!
You had one job, Millhouse. Count down from 3. So, the time trial race. It's quite fun in World 3. A lot of 90-degree corners. I know that's a very common criticism that I and others have. Also, that jump can have interesting physics moments. As can this one. So, the key with that jump, don't go in too fast. Go in too quick, you'll just slam into the ring of rubber tires at the back, and our Malibu Stacy car, not renowned for its physical toughness, let's put it that way. We have plenty of time though. 4 laps are needed. Even with some wonky turning like that, we're going to be perfectly fine. Wow, that was a thing of beauty right there. That was definitely intentional and not a complete fluke. Also funny that Jimbo is still there. As in, most NPCs get out of the way in these races, but not all of them. So Jimbo is playing the dance of death, I guess, on the boardwalk, but it's fine. We haven't hit much. If you are going to go long, though, just ride the rail. It's the quickest way of getting out of there. So on the last lap, again, plenty of time. This is not a difficult mission whatsoever. Bye, Jimbo. Bit of a doddle. You can take it nice and easy if we really want to. Oops. Maybe not that easy. We should be able to make this jump. It'll be fine. It is not fine. Again, timing on this isn't too bad. We should have just about enough time to rectify that, even though we're effectively having to do 4.5 laps rather than 5. Come on. It's closer than I thought. We only have 5 seconds. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Atta girl, Lisa. This'll be noted on your permanent record.
Oh yeah, I got my mojo working now.
I think we might have mowed down Millhouse at the last moment there. We'll just pretend we didn't.
That was your fault.
Are you victim blaming, Lisa? We better run quick. Get out of here. You didn't see that.
To the streets.
We definitely did take it to the streets. Get out of the car. Stop hitting the streets, Lisa. You've done enough.
Hi, Nelson. This is a surprise.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. I'll be your starting man for this mission.
Aw, he still likes her. Time for the circuit race. Press A, pass Daniel. Thank you.
3, 2, loser says what?
What?
Ha ha! 1, go!
Well, at least you said 1, Millhouse. What, Millhouse? Nelson, Millhouse didn't. Brain, are you okay?
Just a temporary stay.
Speaking of are you okay, this race can be very not okay. So we get to see the vehicle we'll be starting with in World 4, the Canyonero. However, the AI... Oh, okay. I was about to say, the AI can be very aggressive and can very much mash you around this circuit. However, as we saw there, Marge had a moment and just speared straight into a wall. We should be okay as a result. Ooh. Nearly put the mockers on that something fierce. Luckily we're in the lead by such a long way, it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is purely a figure 8 and Destruction Derby style. That might be a fun game to play if we can get Destruction Derby 64 to play ball for the future. I do like racing games, I'm just terrible at most of them. Speaking of, get off the wall! I'm trying to hump the wall and finish the race, please. Our car, I'm not sure if our car's taking more of a pounding in this race than in the previous one. Also, we're lapping a computer. That's pretty embarrassing for them if computers had emotions like that. Anyway, we're on to the last lap already. If you can get in the lead, this race is not difficult. It's really a case of how uncooperative is Marge's AI going to be. And in this case, she showed me the door by showing herself the wall, so that was very kind of her. We almost lapped her. Bye, Margie.
I'm speechless, Lisa. That was better than you have any right to do.
Yay! I won!
You sure did, little lady. What on earth is the camera doing? Let's get out of here before we break the game some more. And let's go visit Ralph at Duffland. Oh, that soundtrack is burned into my brain. What a great episode that is, though. Hi, Ralph.
Why are you working here? Daddy says I should stay here till I learn to control myself at the hardware store. Vroom, vroom. Right. I'll just start racing.
Poor Ralph's hair is probably one of the worst things that got transferred over into his 3D model. It looks terrible. Anyway, let's stop looking at a kid picking his nose and let's do the checkpoint race. There we go.
One, go!
I see Ralph is making up for the lack of wands from Millhouse and can only do wands. Oh, well, he's counting to one. Baby steps, right? Now, of the 3 official races, I would say this is the trickiest one. Oh my word. Solid Jimbo just got absolutely wrecked. Yeah, this one I think is the trickiest because unless you have an incredibly high toughness vehicle, which obviously we don't, and we don't have a fast one either, Marge is a really big blocker around the boardwalk. It's really tricky to get past her. Luckily, this half of the race is a little bit easier. In theory. Don't hit the lamppost. Oh, you hit the lamppost. What are you doing? Remember, in a lightweight car, hitting these things is not good news. Oh. Okay, I think Marge just led us straight through. I'm not going to complain. I had a feeling we'd have to do this race again. But if she's going to insist on us winning, okay, I'm good with that.
She must get her driving ability from her mother's side.
Easy as pie.
And we
Know
unlock
what
the
that
book
is?
burning van. It is terrible. It is not fast. It is not as tough as it needs to be to make up for the fact that it's not fast. But here it is in all of its terrible, crummy glory. They're meant to be book pages coming out the back, but they kind of really looks more like dead seagulls. Anyway, bonus mission time.
Bart's missing.
Bart's gone? What a tragedy. To get your mind off this terrible loss, which we all feel, why don't you run a few errands, or as I call them, grief helpers for me?
But Bart's only missing.
Well, looking for that little monster, treasure, can't help anything. You might as well pick up Mother's dry cleaning for me.
Skinner on point yet again with his verbiage. Principal, we're going to go help Principal Skinner with his chores before the timer runs out.
Let's depress pedal to undercarriage.
This is not a particularly difficult bonus mission, but some of the voice clips are amazing because we aren't just joined by Principal Skinner.
Get out of the way.
Whatever you say, Mother.
As you just heard, we have Agnes as well.
Coming out of your allowance.
Yes, Mother.
Just a shame the vehicle itself.
Loves clean house dresses and old lady underwear.
Principal Skinner, I really should get back to my search.
Maybe these gold stars will change your mind?
All right. Hey, I'm just a little girl.
Yeah, this vehicle, if you saw Moe's sedan from World 2, it's very, very similar. It just handles a little bit worse in exchange for a little bit more toughness.
Love buggy anymore.
I also didn't mean to trigger the police, so we'll get to the Krusty Burger so the timer doesn't keep going, and I guess we'll just have to pass some time. Thank goodness the level 3 police are just as inept as the previous 2 levels.
Going in hot.
Whoops. So I think we might have just murdered a person. Are they going to come over with us? Oh, wow, they are. Okay. You should be able to do a U. Yep, bye, police. It was nice seeing you.
Time to move.
I am moving. I'm moving and I'm grooving. All right. None of that happened. Let's pretend... Oh, sorry. Oh, my... That was a good game of billiards.
I need Principal Skinner Skinner's dinner.
Here, do you want to try a new crusty ribwich?
I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, there's no meat in it. Just paste and MSG.
That's kind of like a bean burger. Anyway, we collected his lunch. Let's keep moving.
Principal Skinner, I can't help you anymore. I need to search for Bart.
Lisa, I apologize from the bottom of my Vietnam veteran's heart. I promise this next stop will be the last.
That's what they all say, buddy.
I won't question the value of this activity.
Also, ignore the physics moment. We haven't had a horrible physics moment. That came pretty close.
No! That exceeded my deductible.
Now, that was efficient.
I seem to have soiled myself.
Loudly.
Dr. Nick,
Thanks for that
can
info.
you pick up Principal Skinner's personal items?
Hi, little girl. Ah, you're so cute. Here's the principal's antifungal cream.
Ew.
Okay, let's give the antifungal cream to the guy that's just pooed his pants in the car. So, ugh. Good job there's only 30 seconds on this timer. We don't have to endure it for long.
Drive a Bigwheel, you goon!
Yes, Mother.
I hope these are recyclable.
This jerk's a worse driver than you!
Yes, Mother.
I think you'll find that everybody in this game, Agnes, is a jerk when it comes to driving. They just change lanes at random. It's just designed to ruin your day. Alright, the time is reasonably tight, but as you've seen, with even the basic shortcuts, not that
Got
difficult.
Mother's laundry, dinner for Edna and me, and some personal items. Now, if you can just help me find a place that carries Mother's favorite canned aspic.
This is ridiculous. I can't keep doing errands for you. I've got to find Bart.
For helping me with my ridiculous errands, I suppose I owe you something. If you need help recovering your brother's body, living body, give me a call.
Easy
So we
as
get to use the sedan
whatever
later.
that is.
We will use it a little bit because we didn't get to see it a huge amount, but we're not going to use it right now. We're just going to go grab ourselves some more coins while we're here. Ignore that, Mr. Principal Skinner, sir. Yeah, you saw nothing. It's not on school property. You can't tell me what to do. So let's go get in the sedan.
I seem to be stranded here. Can you help a sister out?
For a vehicle that's
I'd
this small,
love to help you out. Mother has been bothering me all day about the murder dust bunnies.
okay, settle down there. Yes, for a vehicle of this size, it has surprisingly poor handling. Time for the wager race. Makes it medium difficulty. We'll get 90 coins if we win. 30 we have to pay. This shouldn't be too difficult, really. Unlike the level 2 wager race, which is genuinely quite difficult. The shortcuts here are much
It
more
looks like
obvious.
I'll have to gradually go slightly wild.
Get out of the way!
Oh, apparently Lisa didn't gradually get slightly more wild there. She's not very good at listening, I'm sorry. I kind of like the sound of this car, though. Does it? Anybody remember playing with the Scalextric cars growing up? I don't know why this car sounds... The sound it makes reminds me, like, please get out of the way, van.
This is a worse car wreck than your love life.
Yes, Mother.
I was savage. I love some of Agnes's quotes. They're just the best. So we aren't going to take every shortcut here, but a lot of the easy ones we'll take. Same with the bonus mission. This only gets complicated if you just dodge every shortcut, if you're on some type of weird, weird self-imposed difficulty spike. But if you take
Credit for this.
even half of the
Well,
shortcuts,
looks like
you'll be
another
fine.
tangle with the goons at the body shop is in order.
This shortcut...
I banged my head. You're getting
Just say,
spanking, Seymour.
this shortcut could have been very dangerous. We just about made it.
All for Lisa.
That's probably the best shortcut to take, though, that we just went through. Not for time, necessarily, but this is the wager race, so we do have to keep an eye on the hit and
Find
run
you
meter.
someday.
And as you have seen with all of the fat people wandering around the dock, it's very, very easy to set off a hit and run down
To the
here.
emergency room. Why did I try that move?
Because you hate the Duff Men. We could have taken a shortcut through Krusty Lou Studios, but I don't find it really saves enough time to justify doing for this. Also, as you just saw, that was what happens when you forget that the handling of the vehicle you're in isn't very good. So we just went straight on at the hairpin. Whoopsie poopsie.
Grow up, pair.
Is she saying that to Lisa or to the oncoming traffic? I don't want to think about that. We've just won the race anyway.
I am the Lizard Queen.
I already spoke about how good that episode was, Lisa. Pay attention. Through the power of teleportation,
Sweet.
we're now going to talk about some more optional cars. And let's go talk to our resident scumbag Gil.
Gil's door.
Level 3 vehicles. He has one that's pants and one that's okay. This is the pants vehicle, the donut
You're gonna
truck.
buy a car?
The nerd car, it's very similar in stats to the Malibu Stacy car. It's also, as we've seen, the vehicle that we have to race against when we're with Mr. Fat Person in his Kremlin. I quite like this vehicle. It's not amazing. It doesn't have very good top speed, but it's got pretty good acceleration. It is really easy to handle, as you have not had proof there. It's surprisingly tough for a vehicle that looks like it would be about as tough as the Malibu Stacy car. It's got surprisingly high toughness. That's not the only 2 vehicles we have to get, though. There's one more. And level 3 secret vehicle that is not purchased from Gil or from a mission is in a pretty remote location. So we're on top of the Sea Spanker, which is a fantastic name for a ship. And we have to do a bit of wandering. And we are going to have to ignore many, many things that we need to deal with later. There's lots of extra coins. There are wasps up here. There are special cards. We're not looking at any of that in this segment of the video. And instead, we're going to climb all these crates and end up here. So this, baby, is the night boat. And it's unlike the monorail car. This is a pretty good vehicle, as it happens. For this stage of the game, I wouldn't even say it's a pretty good vehicle. It's a very good vehicle for level 3. It is the fastest vehicle that we have access to right now. So you may ask, why haven't we used it yet? Well, as you can see while we give it a little bit of a test drive, it's got good speed, it's got good acceleration, but it's not exactly the easiest to drive. It has mediocre handling, and it loves to drift. That's not me trying to make that happen. It just likes to stick its rear out and show it loud and proud. It's got reasonable toughness, but not a huge amount. Anyway, we'll stop doing our test drive and let's start beating up some wasps.
Smell that fresh air.
We're back in Krusty Land. Can you tell by, well, Duffland. Can you tell by the incredible music? Anybody that can listen to a 10-hour rendition of this, I'd like to say I applaud you, but I would also say you probably need psychiatric assistance. So we have one in the entry, and we have 2 more wasps over by the Duff Blimp. I really wish that was a location in this game. We could go in there. Maybe we could do the clothes swapping there, but you can't. It's a shame. I get it. It would have taken a bit more work. Can we get out of here now, please? This music is... Ugh. Yeah, we skip ahead. Now we get to go to the off-ramp inn and get electrocuted for good measure. You only lose a few coins when you do get hit by a wasp, so it's not a big deal. But still, don't want it to happen. We're now at the observatory. And I couldn't remember which side of it was on. Well, there you are. No more wasps. Get out of here. Now we get to go to Camp Krusty. This is where my Krusty Land brain broke. We have a wasp and a box. Let's deal with the wasp first. We have one over by a gag that we'll come back to later. But there is another. You got to go around the back. And he gonna get roasted as well. High protein wasp camera. This isn't a gag, believe it or not. This well is a shortcut down to the bottom beneath the observatory. And there's another wasp waiting for you. We've driven past it something like 8 times so far, but we should get it. So now we have. Over to the Springfield Dam. And half the battle here is going to be trying to get to the wasp without collecting the card by accident. And that was a beautiful jump. Anyway, he's here guarding the door. Now he ain't. Get out of here. We're not paying him overtime either. But if we go through the door, there's another one. I guess they wanted to have a wasp bounce on each side. Meh, whatever you want to do. This is the donut truck.
This reminds
that sums up my opinions of that vehicle. It dropped me off, and it's a piece of rubbish. Anyway, now that we're back at the Planet Hype, there's a wasp. There no longer is a wasp. There was a glitchy coin instead stuck in the roof. Barney's bowler armor. Maybe that was Barney's wasp. If it was, sorry, bud. We're going to pretend it was never there. Now we have to go back to the android's dungeon. And the easiest way to do it is just to go up this, up the vent. You can climb, there's the coin show, but you've seen what I'm like with platforming, so no thank you. Now we're at Krusty Lou Studios, and we could get lost in the source here pretty wildly. There's a lot that's going on. As you can see here, there's a room with probably more coins in it than any other room in the entire game. We'll come back and deal with that later. I'll deal with that off screen. There is a wasp here, though, on Krusty's stage. But if we go around the back of the studio, you can bring your car back here. Not to this section. We have Springfield News. Kent Brockman is a wasp. Did we accidentally murder him? We'll find out later. It looks like he's trying to interview a Buzz Cola crate. Maybe he's invisible. Is Kent Brockman a ghost? Well, his chairs are indestructible, so who knows? Back to the dock, and the nice little beachfront on the side next to this. Another boat that we can't access. That poor little boat. Anyway, lighthouse time. And you cannot run into that wasp. There are no physics. So let's go kick it in the butt. I think we kicked it in the face, but that will do. Returning to the Sea Spanker. This may not be a huge surprise, but given the size of this place, there's more than one wasp camera. We have one over here by the shorts. He is now extra short. We've kicked him into many a piece. We have one end of the ship that has really nothing other than the wasp camera. It's pretty disappointing. There's so much space, and yet he's here by himself. Maybe he was a stowaway and he was just hiding in the corner. I genuinely think that's where Bart should have been hidden, but alas, he was not.
Wow.
He had soiled himself elsewhere.
Work on my cardio.
Not sure what it is about this episode, talking about people that have defecated in their trousers, but that's the type of quality content you're here for, right? And yes, there's another wasp on the other side. And that was all of them. Thank goodness. Card time. We're back to Krusty Lou Studio, and we get to play Can Daniel Do Platforming? Well, that was one failure. No. Two. Third time the charm, right? No. Come on, this is not even that difficult a jump. Can we do it fourth time? Oh. No, I thought so. No. Come on. Fifth attempt. We're going to do it this time. I guess you have to be right on top of the step ladder. Okay. Attempt number 6. 7. So I bet 7 the whole time. Gently does it. I don't think that should have counted, but look, it's taken us 7 attempts just to get up to the air conditioning fans, so humour me, can you, game? And we made it. Thank blooming goodness. Do a little bit of a celebratory run, and then we'll actually go and collect the card, and the whole reason why we're here. Yeah, it doesn't look that complicated, but I certainly find that it is. Lisa's machine! Thank goodness we don't have to go back there again. Next card up, we're going past the Hammer Hoy sign and getting right on top of the android's dungeon so we can pick ourselves up the Angel Skeleton. Another great episode. We've returned to Barley's bowler armor. We've murdered his wasp. We get to do a little bit more platforming if the camera will let us. What on earth's the camera doing? It got stuck on the sign, I think. Come on. Oh, I'm not this bad at platforming, I swear. It's the controls of this game leave a lot to be desired when you're on foot. Maybe that's why you're in a car so much. Anyway, we have Bart's soul.
Sweet tangible rewards.
Not sure how tangible a soul is, but yeah, I'm not here to be nitpicky. Also, camera. Somebody get me a car. I forgot to bring mine nearby. Thank you. Next up, we are in the lighthouse again. Weird that you can't... Oh, I didn't mean to break that. We'll pretend it was like that when we got here. I was going to say the boat is indestructible, but apparently the computer next to it is not. And we've collected Lisa Lionheart. She does not have a new hat. The next card is so close, I'm not even going to bother skipping ahead. So we can jump off the lighthouse onto the sea spanker. I then got distracted, but if you go around the ring of the ship, you can get to Lisa's Valentine card. This is where you would go. I'm kind of going in reverse. Do you see the path? There you go. Of course you do. This is proof, by the way, you can go through the shortcut in a car. I know, it's pretty cool. It just doesn't seem to save a lot of time, so that's why we didn't do it in the wager race. This NPC car is not too bad either. The thing of... You can steal other cars on the road. Obviously, you've seen me do it a few times now. But almost all of them are just either unbearably slow, or in some of them... Some of the cases, they're both slow and they seem to have almost like ice physics. So you turn a corner and it's just oversteer city. This little car's not too bad though. Although it does have all the durability of a wet paper bag in the rain. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this little drive around. Let's go pick the next card up. Can we make the jump? Wee indeed! Beautiful physics.
Limited edition. Oh, cool.
Well, you've talked about the soy pop so many times, and now we have the card for it, so hooray! And the last card, you can already see it on the screen. We're not going to jump cut to it. Let's go back to the dam, and this time not make a pro gamer jump, and just make the easy jump onto, if the camera will cooperate, onto the gush of air. Can only liquids gush? It's kind of water, who knows. Anyway, we've collected the evil braces. That's what we're here for.
I'm soaring through the sky.
Ugh, that gives me vertigo when I look at that after a while. Clothing time. So there are 2 articles that you do not have to get unless you want to 100% the level. One is the hockey outfit, or ice hockey outfit, I guess, for the folks on the t'other side of the Atlantic. It looks fine, but my favorite outfit, and arguably a contender for my favorite in the entire game, Lisa's Florida outfit. She just has such a derpy expression while she's wearing it, and it just fits to a T. Having said that, in Homer's defense, I don't think I could have done a better job. While we're here, let's start doing some of the gags. First gag, we get to do some more monkey business, just in case we haven't done enough horrible things to monkeys so far, based on level 2's escapades with... Yes, with the Doctor. Let's put him that way. I was going to say, Doctor's a loose term. But yes, monkeys get wrecked, I guess, in this game. Oh well, what can you do? What a beautiful little cradle. You've already used that joke in the quickie bar. I guess we should cover it too. There's no cutscene for Lisa. This is the closest she gets. It is very pretty. Technically, this counts as a gag, too. Wasn't that wonderful? So yeah, silent alarm, monkey, the cradle, and the telescope. Meanwhile, back at Camp Krusty, we have some more shenanigans afoot. I get why, based on the episode, that became the Camp Bart sign, but we're not Bart, so why does she have that? So that's a gag. The pig's head is a gag. It has weird permanent flies held in motion. Very strange. Let's leave and go to Android's dungeon. Hi, comic book guy. Radioactive man shaking his fist, very disappointed at people leaving. That's a gag. And then a broken fella with a corpse inside. Oh dear.
Speed! More speed!
now that we pretended that the corpse isn't there, we have to go dumpster diving again, just like we did in level 2.
I've seen better days, but the food is free.
It is true. Free food is something we definitely need in this modern day. And we get to go, speaking to places that have food, but is not free food. Free balls! No, that's not the food. I guess the rats weren't the food I was talking about either, but, I mean...
Keep an eye out.
They're
Smokey.
probably edible. What did Smokey ever do to you, Lisa? Also, I can't get out. Oh, sorry, lady. I know, I'm bad at driving. I didn't almost hit a person. I mowed it down. So, your eyes don't work so good, I guess. Whee! Oh, I thought we were going to get chopped. But yes, while I get to enjoy the nerd car, which, as we can see, its lack of top speed makes that jump very tricky. We're going to go drive to the Sea Spanker. If we can get there without setting off a hit and run, that would be something awesome.
Oh, for the love of pound cake.
He says as he demolishes half the set. Ah, dear, dear. There we go. So, Sea Spanker. We're not going to have to come here again, at least not through level 3. I'm sure those shorts will get delivered without any issues. Oh, no, those hot pants are mostly cold and in the ocean now. I've never tried to do this. Can you jump on that pallet? Maybe. I didn't fall through straight away. You can. Okay, that's cool. Can we go through the arch? Ooh, what is that? Oh. I thought we were going to walk the arch. That dirt face sums everything up perfectly. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. That's all the pieces collected. I've certainly had fun. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.